do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got his man there, it's Wallace complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Throwing is Jackson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 6 yards. 53. I got you, son. I got you.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. This is Scarborough. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set, hut. 15 on
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. King now, operating from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So he was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
That good for 22 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 3. Check 3.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
49, guys. Mike, 49. We own them. We own them. Go. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Hey, check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, but it's going to be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, watch it, watch it.
2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get this to Eckler. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Not today.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Sponge! He's coming! Double up! Double up! He's coming! Double up!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, King. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got him down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing on second down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 49's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. That's Wallace. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Eckler. Through it, he's got space. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 62 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
And this is complete. It's Allen. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. 2nd and 6. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Austin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's King throwing to start the drive. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. He got 29 yards that time.
Here we go.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Rip left, rip left.
Throwing on 1st down. King. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. As the 1st half is winding down. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch out.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At their 49.
Going on the ground with Eckler. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Desmond King making the tackle.
A gain of 5.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and
49 to Mike.
5.
Watch 49.
At the Chargers' 48-yard line.
Back.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson throwing the out route and complete. It's Wallace. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 2nd and very short, Jackson will find his tight end. That's Waller. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Jackson.
Well, he does have one touch.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Scarborough. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
52. Switch up.
Back to throw. King. And it's complete. Henry. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
King looking to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
To throw is King, throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
This pass finds its way to Williams.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Jackson, and this one's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's Jackson, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It's Scarborough again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Room here to run. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looking to throw. King. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hubbard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Yo, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion screen. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively. On second down, Benjamin. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50.
Back to throw. King. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run. This is Scarborough. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Looking to throw. King. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now King to throw on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go, D. It's going to move. It's going to be a long day. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Jatavis Brown on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
You got tight right there. Bang.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike, 49. Watch the screen. 49 to Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. To throw again is Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
We got 3. We got 3.
At the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for our
up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can't get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I scene. They like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes.